folks, here we are back again. This is made a video about this 2001 Ford Ranger a few weeks ago. I got the parts to replace this bad coil. If you saw that video, you probably saw where it has a dead coil. One side of the coil, it's a unitized coil. I believe it's waste fire on this one, but one of the coils, one of the banks in here is dead, but it's not dead on the opposite side. So they got a replacement coil, and of course everybody's going to say, oh, they didn't get it. You know, we hear, Pine Hollow, a Master Pro, I think it's O'Reilly's is their brand. You hear it from everybody, Pine Hollow, South Main, even Rain Man Ray. I love all these guys, I do. They'll always talk about, OE parts and things like that. And there are some times when you need to get OE parts. There's no debate about that. But what we're going to be doing, this is like 8mm. We are just going to look at this, make sure we don't have broken wires or anything in here. Wires look good. What's the plug look like? Plug looks good. It was just weird. I've seen whole sides of coils go out, or whole banks of coils go out, but I've never seen one just lose a coil before. It's weird. So we are going to replace this coil and see if I'm also going to pull that spark plug. I don't think this one has a where it kills. If you got a dead cylinder, it kills the injector. So we're just going to be doing that. I think, of course, Ford. 8mm. Normally pull through some kind of oddball size in there. Held on with Yep, 7mm. Of course, Ford's gonna be weird doing stuff like that. I'm not taking the wires off so I can just transfer them over. I'll probably wind up speeding this section of the video up. Speed this up. And she's free. Take that up and swing it around to one side. Swing your partner, do-si-do.
I've been married a long time ago. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
This is a Master Pro 2515 coil. No. One thing you want to look at on coils, look at the bottom, make sure the epoxy is isn't distorted or anything, because that can often tell you that when it was tested it heat failed or something. Let's see. Just transfer the bolts over. And make sure your wires and stuff are out of the way. There are a lot of wires crossing over and vacuum lines and such, so we want to make sure they do not get pinched while we're tightening this thing down. But when it comes to, I mean, I believe, that OE parts are, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with getting OE parts. I'm just saying that sometimes you can really overstate depends on the vehicle, really. So I'm not telling you don't do it. I'm just saying that sometimes OE does not mean better. Sometimes aftermarket will see problems and correct them. And one thing about these, you do not want to just absolutely crank down on them, because this is a composite valve cover that it screws into. You just want to get it nice and snug. So that you don't it don't vibrate off while you're going down the road. Okay. Yeah, plug. Like I said, we're just going to transfer off of here, twist and pull. Push in until it clicks. One thing I did notice on this one, coil's broke right there on one of those ears. I don't think that has anything to do with it. The epoxy looks good. Not seeing any deformity in there. Don't know why you would lose one side of the coil. I don't see any deformities. Nothing. Probably have to get in, bake that off. Probably what happened is inductive side on one of the tower on this side, either inside broke through and died, or it lost its inductive, because it's a 4-wire system. You've got 2 wires to go to the computer, 1 wire is ground, 1 is power. So your computer is firing the whichever side it's on, and 1 is just your inductive, and then your computer switches your coils. So don't know what's up with that. And one thing I am going to do right quick is I am going to pull that number 2 spark plug. We'll look at it. Since it was dead, I want to make sure that it hadn't gotten burned up in there just by compression. It is definitely, so again here, fouled. Definitely full of gas. So we're going to have to clean it back up just a little bit. A little bit of carburetor cleaner. And the gap on this plug is supposed to be 42 to 46. Now, what most people don't understand about these tools is that's your $43. Can you see that or not? So we're back inside. It done opened up. So we're going to hope, electrode looks good. We're going to hope that when we put it in there, it fires. Probably should have turned it over to flush any built up gas out of that cylinder. shall see. Said the blind man. Alright, one thing I do want to do before I want to get this thing connected. Forward so we can make sure it's going to do its thing. Okay. Let's see. Automatic scan. So let's just go into system selection. Let's go into PCM. I want live data. Of course, when you crank it up, it loses its information, and then you got to reconnect and all that good stuff. Look at, where's my misfire counter? We do have misfires. We do have a count up on misfires. Get with the old give it the old rev up tune up, as they say. We don't have any current misfires. That one's smoother. No defaults. Okay, so apparently this thing might have actually like a cutoff. I'll have a check engine light on. So let's go over to DTCs. Yes. sonar 4, sonar 5, misfire detected. To do is I just want to go over here too, if I can get it back to the diagnostic menu. Let me just get a regular OBD2 here. Live data. It is in closed loop. Freeze frame pending codes. Pending codes. So we have the pending codes in the just regular OBD2. No pending codes. Alright, let's go back to our Ford USA. Look at live data. It's definitely running smoother. We don't have a dead cylinder on it right now. Put that. It's cutting off at 3,000. It does have a rev limiter on it. We're not detecting a misfire though. Well, I think we got the misfire situation cleared up, and it is, so it should run better. I'm gonna call it fixed. I do, hang on just a second, I want to look before I call it a for sure. Turn it back on, let it reestablish communications. I do want to look to see if we have any stored. P1000, no stored codes, no new codes. That's good. That's what we want to see. All right, so apparently replacing our coil, making sure our number, we're going to check, make sure our wires are ordered correctly and everything like that. But I think we are, I think we're good. So we're going to call this one fixed. And if you're watching, if you're not subscribed, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. Be sure to ring notification bells if you're because I've got car vlogs, I've got all kinds of different content on my channel. So, you know, you might find something you like, something you don't. If you're just here for the car vlogs, hey, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Until the next time, people, have a good day. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And God bless. We'll see you in the next video.